Welcome to Navigating the Labyrinth of Memory Loss. Dementia, a heart-wrenching thief, steals memories. It robs individuals of their past, their present, and their sense of self. As caregivers grapple with the complexities of this disease, they often encounter agonizing dilemmas. One such dilemma is the use of therapeutic lying. This practice involves deliberately misleading a person with dementia to manage challenging behaviors and alleviate distress. The decision to employ therapeutic lying is fraught with emotional turmoil. Caregivers find themselves torn between upholding honesty and providing comfort. The path forward is rarely clear-cut. In this section, the dilemma: truth or tranquility. Imagine an elderly woman, her mind clouded by Alzheimer's disease, relentlessly searching for her husband. She believes he is at work, even though he passed away years ago. Each unanswered phone call, each empty chair at the dinner table, intensifies her anxiety. In such scenarios, caregivers face a heart-wrenching choice. Do they repeatedly confront the woman with the painful truth, potentially escalating her distress? Or do they offer a comforting fib, shielding her, albeit temporarily, from the harsh reality of her loss? Now let's explore the argument for therapeutic lying. Preserving peace of mind. Proponents of therapeutic lying argue that it prioritizes the emotional well-being of individuals with dementia. They posit that constantly correcting delusions or false beliefs can be counterproductive, leading to agitation, confusion, and a breakdown of trust. A well-intentioned white lie, they contend, can provide temporary respite from anxiety and distress. It can transform a moment of panic into one of calmness. The goal is not to deceive for the sake of deception, but to create a haven of peace amidst the storm of cognitive decline. Lastly, we delve into moral quicksand, the ethics of deception. Despite its potential benefits, therapeutic lying remains ethically contentious. Critics argue that it undermines the dignity and autonomy of individuals with dementia. They contend that even those with cognitive impairment deserve honesty and respect. Moreover, there's a slippery slope argument. Once we start down the path of deception, where do we draw the line? Does one white lie justify another, potentially eroding trust and creating a web of deceit? Section 5. Validation therapy, stepping into their reality. Fortunately, therapeutic lying is not the only recourse. Validation therapy offers an alternative approach, one that emphasizes empathy and understanding. Instead of correcting or contradicting, caregivers using this method strive to enter the individual's reality. They acknowledge and validate the emotions behind the words and behaviors, even if those words and behaviors are rooted in delusion. This approach, while challenging, can foster connection and reduce anxiety without resorting to deception. Section 6. Distraction techniques, shifting focus, easing anxiety. Distraction techniques provide another valuable tool in a caregiver's arsenal. When an individual with dementia becomes fixated on a distressing thought or delusion, gently redirecting their attention can be remarkably effective. Engage them in a favorite activity, play familiar music, or simply strike up a conversation about a pleasant memory. The goal is to shift their focus away from the source of anxiety and towards something more positive and engaging. Section 7. Finding the right path. A balancing act of compassion and honesty. Navigating the ethical complexities of dementia. Care requires compassion, sensitivity, and a willingness to adapt. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Each situation, each individual, demands careful consideration. Therapeutic lying, while tempting in its ability to provide immediate comfort, should be approached with caution. It should be viewed as a last resort, reserved for situations where other strategies have proven ineffective. Section 8. Conclusion. Navigating the gray areas with empathy. The journey through dementia is fraught with emotional landmines. Caregivers often find themselves in uncharted territory, making difficult decisions without a roadmap. The use of therapeutic lying is just one example of the gray areas encountered along this path. Ultimately, the best approach is one guided by empathy, respect, and a deep understanding of the individual's needs. Honesty remains a cornerstone of ethical care, but sometimes a compassionate detour from the truth can provide a much-needed moment of peace. Please contact Oasis Senior Advisors, Austin and Central Texas, if you need to discuss senior living or senior care in Central Texas at 512-800-1469. Oasis offers you one call with many solutions. We are focused on compassionate care options for your loved ones. You are not alone.